I'm Allie Burns. You can follow me on Twitter at @PlusMoneyHoney. Got a couple today that I did some work on. Yesterday was all right. It was a winning day on the picks. We got USC minus the 14. We nailed the Colorado State game. But man, was I wrong about SDSU. I'm not over it yet. Like, I'm in a mood about it because if I make a bet and I lose the bet, that's fine, right? That's what happens. But I mean, I was just it wasn't even that I was on the wrong side of it. It was that SDSU like didn't get off the bus to play basketball. Okay. We're not going to dwell on that. We got 3, we lost 2. It's a winning record, but I just don't feel like that was a win for me. If you're watching at home, give me a like and a subscribe, and then drop your picks for today into the comment box. Let's get chatting. If you have any questions about games, maybe I can help you out with them. I was doing some work in the Big South, and then of course the Mountain West. 15-4 in the Mountain West. It's my strongest conference, although it did not feel that way last night. Okay, I'm not over this, guys. Okay, so Fresno at Nevada Reno, is what's going down tonight. Fresno's 5-3. They're 3-3 against the spread. Nevada's 8-5. The number here, it's Nevada minus 6.5, and the total is 135 on this one. My stats, when I statted them right out, have them actually a lot closer, I think, than maybe what I think most people think they are. I feel like Fresno's probably feeling pretty good about themselves right now because they just, had a back-to-back beat down on SJSU, who's not a great school. And now they're going to roll into Reno, who's coming off back-to-back losses with SDSU, who can go somewhere with themselves right now. So I think in this position, I'm liking this game to go over. It's 136 is the number, and I've got the Nevada average total that I come up with. It was 137, and Fresno's is 142. So, and that's taking out their D2s. That's pretty much just in the Mountain West. Anyway, so like I said, and Fresno's a scrappy little school. Like, they're at the bottom of the Mountain West, but they're not a bad school, and they'll definitely come after you. But there's a huge potential for a butt whooping also. They're going to come out and try. But Nevada is definitely the better team here. So, yeah, I like this one to go over the total of 135, 136. I think I saw it at 135, but whatever it is, I like it over as long as it doesn't get to like 137-ish, because then we're getting into a different way to roll. Sorry, I just want to double check. So I get my lines off of my William Hill, and then when I talk to you guys, I'm on covers, just because it's easier to navigate. So sometimes those lines are different. Why can't I find it? Is this not happening tonight? Am I giving you guys lines on a game that happens tomorrow? Because I might be. Oh, here it is. Okay, 135. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go over that 135 in the Nevada game. And then as far as the side, I think Nevada is the right side to be on. I don't see anything super crazy coming out of Fresno. Maybe first half they'll try to do some damage, but Nevada's a strong enough team, I feel like, that they should be able to cover this. But they have had some interesting. They lost to Grand Canyon, who's a team that I do like a lot. It was a close one with Nebraska, which shouldn't really ever happen. They lost one to Air Force, and to San Francisco. So it's not that I would put it past Fresno. I think just I'm going to stay off of the side here, and I'm going to take it over, just because Fresno can get tricky, is what they can do. Yes, you did kill it with your Belmont pick yesterday. They did win by 21. And I did check the first half, and yeah, it wasn't Tennessee Tech. That's what I'm saying. You guys throw them at me. I'll give you a little opinion, but, I'm just glancing. I'm sure that love to be Christopher Martin. I'm sure that you did your handicapping and you cashed that game. So excellent work there. Okay, so we're going to move into, I had somebody else, Wisconsin and Rutgers. This is a game I'm going to take over as well. 133.5 is the number here. Wisconsin's the favorite, -2.5. I did a free pick on this last night, and I definitely thought Wisconsin was the way to go. After I statted their numbers out, Rutgers is actually like a higher scoring team than Wisconsin, but Wisconsin has the better defense. But the total average for Rutgers is at 149, 148, 149. Wisconsin is at 135. So again, I'm going to roll over with that one. I think both of these teams are coming off of big losses to good teams. Wisconsin lost to Michigan at Michigan by a lot. I think 77-54. I'm like, wait, I have that number. And then Rutgers lost to Ohio State for the second time this season. Love to be hated. Okay, got you. Sorry. 79-68. So I'm going to roll with this one going over the total of 133.5. So those are my official picks. I am going to lay off the side under in the Badgers game. I don't think so. I'm going to go over. I just go off my numbers. That's what I do, right? I go off my numbers. I get Wisconsin has the better defense. They also have 5 seniors on their floor. They're a more well-rounded and complete team. But they haven't played very well on the road. I think we've definitely noticed that about them this season. 134 is their high-low in totals even, and this is taking out Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Green Bay, and Louisville, who they just absolutely smeared. I took those out to get my total average. I'm still at 135, so that's what I'm doing. Craig Trapp says take it under. Why are you going to come into my free pick show, right? You have your free – this is my free pick show. Tell me my pick's wrong. No, he's the boss, applesauce. Yeah, let's make some money. I'm sorry, guys. I'm bummed. SDSU has got me bummed out. All right, sports girl's with me. She loves Wisconsin and Rutgers over. Get it, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so you guys want to talk Liberty and Southern Miss. Oh, we cashed BYU last night, too. That was a good one. Indiana pissed my ass off, too. I was flip-flopping with Indiana. I got them at like plus 250, and then I was waiting for Purdue to flip. They finally flipped. They get to plus 130, and I was trying to jump on that side. And William Hill, they're afraid of my action, people. No, they're not at all. But William Hill wouldn't let me do it. So it's funny because I won money yesterday. You know, like I had a winning day, but it didn't go the way I wanted it to. So I'm like, I'm bitchy. Am I allowed to say that? Maybe not. I'm gripey. I'm sorry. Okay. Liberty is at Stetson. I like Liberty. I just don't always love them on the road. Okay, but they do cover. They're 2-1 on the road against the spread, 1-2 on the season for on the road. Stetson's 2-1 at home. Liberty -10, 132.5. Liberty's a defense school, aren't they? That's what I remember about them. I would look for that to maybe roll under. Does anyone in the chat have any feelings about the Liberty game today? Southern Miss you want to look at? Thanks, Munchie. Yeah, value on Rutgers money line. So that's kind of what I was saying about the Wisconsin side is that Rutgers does score more than they do. I don't know about a side on that game. I really don't. But yeah, there is value on the Rutgers money line. They were just one of those. And, you know, this is kind of one of those games where you can get your head stuck in what you think you know kind of a thing. Like everyone, oh, Rutgers was really good, but we're not used to them being really good. So it's kind of like an anomaly when they are. Wisconsin, we expect to be good, right? It's already in our heads that Wisconsin is good. So, oh, it was you watching Cobra Kai. See, I took the Bucks game under today. I went the other way on this one too, Craig Trapp. Guys, I don't know what to say. The line's going up, but all the public is betting on Stetson. Well, why? Why come? Is that happening? Okay, well, now let's take a look. Well, if all the public is on somebody, then you know it can't be good. But the public does win sometimes, and I can see that with getting 10. Yeah, it was at -7.5. Now it's at -10. So actually that means Liberty, they're moving it towards the Liberty side. I know I paused to think about these too. Like, I can't handicap every game, and then you guys like throw random ones at me, and I just try to help. I did do some Big South though that I can talk about a little bit, and this is just my trend stuff with the back-to-back games, right? So official plays for me are going to be Wisconsin, take it over, and what's their butts? I'm going to take Fresno and Nevada to go over also. And then in the Big South, they're doing a back-to-back day. Liberty is an Atlantic Sun school. Yeah, they are. Okay. Let me just look real fast. They've played a lot more games, so they've got that going on. Liberty, let me just check for D2s and things like that. Purdue, Mississippi State, South Carolina. So decent schedule out of Liberty. There's a D2 there. There's another one in a St. Fran. I had a feeling about that little St. Francis yesterday. I don't think it'll happen again. So Liberty's stats are definitely going to be higher than what they probably actually are because there's a lot of that D2 business going on in there. The stats say 76, they only give up 58. See, I don't think their defense probably is not that good that they're only giving up 59 points a game. That's going to be coming from playing all those D2s, the 3Ds. The 3Ds, Stetson puts them up. They're doing their oh, wait, no, okay. Well, meh. Both a lot of D2s. I don't know about that one, friends, but I do think that hold on, let me look. 86 to 64, 73 to 26. You think a total of 73 to 26 isn't going to skew your stat and make your defense look like you only give up 59 to Carver, 91 to 38? This is why their defense looks so good, is because in these little D2 schools, these guys aren't even getting 30 points, not even getting 40 points, you know? So I don't know. I'd look at it that way, that Liberty's stats are a bit skewed, and maybe Stetson is kind of a play here. Because Liberty's defense really isn't that good. Go with your pick, Sally. If you don't, you will lose the time. Go with your gut. You picked him for a reason. I know, and I bet him. You know, that's part of it too. I bet him. Yeah, I like the Grizzlies as a money line dog a lot today. I did my Total Chaos NBA last night against Nick Parsons. So we'll see. The other dog I liked today was the Hawks. That's who's playing the Jazz, right? Because the Jazz have been on the road for 6 games, I think it is. And now they're just rolling into back home. And, you know, the Hawks are a little spicy. I kind of dig them. So I kind of like the Hawks +6 or maybe even on the money line. I don't know. What do you think, Craig Trapp? You think Hawks are a money lineable sprinkle or what? So, yeah, and I took that game under in the show, the Hawks game under. Excuse me. Okay, so just a quick look at my Big South. Where did all of you go? I have too many papers for my own good. Oh, that's for tomorrow's game. Okay, so yesterday we had a couple going on. It was, guys, I'm going to lose my mind. What's wrong with me? Okay, here it is. It was there the whole damn time. Okay, I'm very cussy today. I'm like a freaking pirate today. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, I'm still pissed off about SDFU. Okay, so yesterday we had Asheville at Charlton Southern. The total was set at 141. It came in at 144, so it was an over, and Asheville covered. They kind of put a butt whooping down. Are these games like about to start right now? And I'm going to tell you about something that's already going on. Because that's the kind of day I feel like it is. I think we're all right. Oh, yeah. They're about to start at 11. Okay, so my thing with UNC Asheville and Charlton Southern, it's about to start right now, is that Asheville plays higher than their last total. So their last one was 141. They set this one at 143.5. It came in at 144. Typically, they'll play higher than the last total that they had, which was 144, which is higher than 143. And they've done that 2 out of 3 times. Charleston Southern has done it 1, 2 times and a push. So I like them to go over a 143.5 there. Okay, I had to get that one out. Next up, we had in the Big South, we were dealing with Longwood at Withrop. I told you Withrop's an over team. It was definitely not an over game yesterday. The total was at 154. It was down to 133. But Withrop in these second games, now it's at 150. In these second games, Withrop tends to show up and score way more points, but Longwood does not. And that's kind of my issue there. But Withrop, 3 out of 4 times they've scored way more in the second. The 4th time was a push. Longwood, 2 out of 3, it's gone under. It's less points in the last one. But Withrop is the dominator of the game. I'm just not sure because Longville doesn't get totals that high. They're like 120, 124, 147. So I might actually fade my own kind of trend here and look for this to maybe stay under. I just don't know how Longwood's going to get there. You know, that's the thing about overs. Both teams have to participate for you to get there. And that's not what's happening with these guys. So Hampton at SC Upstate, South Carolina Upstate. I liked them yesterday, and I get they're in the bottom of the barrel, and Hampton is up at the top. Hampton's a better team. I get it, but it was a 1-point game. They're 4-point dogs. I told you, I'm into South Carolina Upstate. I almost feel like if you give me the same number again, it's going to cash this time. Hampton plays 2 and up. 2 out of 3. And in their second game against High Point, who is also a bottom of the barrel team, like South Carolina is, they went into overtime in game 2 with those guys. So just saying, South Carolina Upstate at home could be something going on there. But I like that game. It was 140. It's 144.5 now. And yesterday it was 147. It went under 133, and now they're giving us 144, which is under the 147. But Hampton and South Carolina, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Damn it, it's a tie. I would lean for this to go under, actually, is how I feel about that. Under the 144.5 for Hampton is kind of what the stats say there. And then the last one would be Campbell and Presbyterian. This one was a little bit harder because Presbyterians only played one back-to-back. It was against Radford. And theirs went under in the second game, but all 4 of Campbell's have gone over what they did in the first game in the second. So in this first one, the total was 135. Ready for this final? It was 94 points, and I liked it over, and that's how sad I feel about that. But now they're putting it at 131. I liked it over yesterday at 135. 94 points. We're definitely going to score more than that this time around. Campbell, in their second game, does have a significantly better second game, a 122 to a 147, 131 to a 155. So that 122 to a 138. So that total does jump quite a few numbers. So I would take that one over also. So Campbell over. Withrop, I said under. Hampton, I think will go. What did I say about Hampton? I think it goes over. And then my first one I did. UNC Asheville, I think that'll roll over. Is that what I said? I don't know. I'm so tired and cranky. SDSU ruined my life. Okay, what do we got? I got, we're asking some NFL. I have a future, an 8-1 future on the Ravens to win the AFC. So I hope the Ravens, right? I hope the Ravens. And I thought about hedging, and I asked some of the cappers on our site, is this the spot where I should hedge? And they kind of said no, that they thought the Ravens would get through here. Yeah, Roy says Allen will choke. So he's going to get into a lot of pressure from the Ravens defense. Yeah, so I hope we're all on the same side here, because I would love to move forward and hedge with someone like KC rather than hedge with someone like the Bills. But Munchie says that the Ravens defense is overrated. I think the thing right now with them is just momentum. Everybody's kind of high on them. They've got momentum going on right now. Winning picks, Oakland. I've liked Oakland this season. They're a scrappy little school, and they play. It's hard to play in Michigan. There's a lot of good schools in Michigan. Like, just aside from Michigan and Michigan State, there's a lot of those little ones that if you're not watching out, will kick your butt. Same with Indiana. Indiana will get you. Wisconsin has a ton of really good little schools also. And I do a lot in the Horizon League, and I know they're all playing today. I'm going to do Horizon League tomorrow and see what their back-to-backs do. I'm finding more value when I'm handicapping the back-to-backs. So Oakland's -2.5 at Youngstown State is playing Oakland at home. Oakland is at home. 149.5 is the number there. Yeah, I think I like Oakland. Don't get me wrong. But Youngstown State is not bad either. But you got to wonder why someone who's 3-12 on the season is a 2.5 point favorite at home, and Youngstown is 7-5 on the season. Kind of got to wonder that, right? Oh, Wright State, Cleveland State should be a good game. I didn't cap it, but we'll talk about those tomorrow, and I'll have a bunch of information for y'all because I've already got a ton of stuff on them. I just got to see what happens in their games today, basically. Hawaii Cash Money says Keith McDonald. Focus Sports says the Bills will beat the Ravens. The Bills are good all around. They've had a great season too. So I don't know. We'll just see. Benjamin Bailey likes the Ravens. I know I am bugging Roy. I'm sorry. I totally am. Yeah. So Corey loves Wisconsin and Nevada. That was I was leaning towards those two sides. If I was going to roll with it, Wisconsin and Nevada would be where I went. I'm just a little iffy. I just feel stronger with the totals here. I'm going to take both of those games over, and those are my official picks for the day on that one. Yeah, I am into some numbers. It's okay. I do bug out, right? You guys are seeing me in my real life, and I'm like a real life handicapper that really does numbers and wants to cash tickets. And, like I said, with the SDSU pick, I was too in love with it, but I could deal with losing a bet if all I do is like, oh, wow, Utah State just completely outplayed them. It was like SDSU didn't get off the bus. I feel like I'm the only one that remembered that this was a freaking revenge game, and you guys are supposed to whoop butt right now. It's messing with my head, man. And this will happen. This is just part of it. It's just part of it. Okay, anything else? I know I'm not super good at going over y'all's games today. This is why I take Mondays off. Anything else that pops up? Is that Robert Morris? LA Chicago. But yeah, so I guess we can wrap some things up then. Hawaii -2 against Bakerfield. Yeah, I do like Hawaii also. Right there. Okay. All right, good. Okay. Corey agrees. He likes the over in both of my games too. Take that, Craig Trapp. See, they're on my side. This is my show. All right, guys. So kind of a short one today. Kind of a short one today. So yeah, final answers. I'm going to go Wisconsin over, Nevada over. If I had to pick a side, I would be on Wisconsin and Nevada, but there is a lot of value on Rutgers money line. We did talk about that. So those are the picks for today. 3-2 yesterday, and See if we can't do it again today, right? Yeah, if you're looking for NBA picks, also search Total Chaos picks and parlays. Nick Parsons and I went through 4 of the games yesterday. I took all mine under, which may not be the best thing to do, but it was my first time to handicap the NBA really this season. I've been in playing it a bit, but this was my first time to actually get some numbers down, and I went just really based strictly on numbers and made my plays from there, and they all just kind of came out under. So if you want to check out that show, cruise over to Total Chaos Picks and Parlays. Give me a like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. That way you don't ever miss a free pick video or a morning wood or any of this jazz that we're doing right now. Okay, is that everything? Bye, guys. Have a great day. Happy Friday, right? It's finally the weekend. All right, see you tomorrow. Ride around. Craig yells at me because I say Pacific times because things revolve around me. So it's my time. It's 10 o'clock. So it'd be 11, 12, 1 o'clock Eastern. 1:30 Eastern is the time that I'm trying to do this every day. So we all have a little, see, Rutgers isn't a pushover, but Wisconsin is pretty big for them. That's a really good point too. And like I said, Wisconsin's, they're all upperclassmen. They're all seniors. So they're the better team. They're definitely, I think, one of the most complete teams in the Big Ten. They're solid, but I don't know. They get a little wishy-washy with me. But yeah, I think for all intents and purposes that Wisconsin should be the play here because they've got the most to lose in this situation is kind of how I feel about that too. Okay. Is that it? I forgot. I feel like I was saying something. Oh, okay. 1:30 Eastern. That's when we're going to be meeting here every day except for Mondays for Morning Wood. And I will have more picks for you tomorrow. I'm going to jam out the Horizon League and we'll see what we can do about those back-to-backs and find some value in those guys. All right. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications.